morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a day in my life. It is just me and Rowan today. The grandparents are on vacation. Matt's at work. Rowan is teething, so he's been a little fussy, but he's actually playing very nicely by himself right now. Yeah, you are, huh? And I thought I would start the vlog off by doing a little DIY while I have the time to do it. This is only gonna take like 5 minutes, but when we moved into this house, I wanted to wait before I put a bunch of stuff on the walls and just kind of like live with the white walls for a little bit and see kind of what the vision was going to be after getting a feel for living in a space, because what I didn't want to do was just throw up a bunch of crap that we had because we had it. But now I'm finally at the point where I'm ready to start putting stuff up. One thing that I know I want to do is hang up this little basket. I found this at the thrift store with my friend Joycey last week, and it's a one-handled basket, and so I'm just gonna hang it up on our pantry door, but I thought it would be cute to fill it with some flowers. It's wood and it doesn't have a liner, so I have to do faux flowers. So yesterday I went to Joann's and I got some floral foam and a bunch of fake flowers. All of the flowers and the foam together were like $11 because coupons. And I'm just going to, oh, it doesn't really fit. We're gonna make it fit. Ooh. Okay, we're just gonna pop some flowers in here. I think it will be fun and cute. I'm gonna start with the pink ones because they're all different. And I got all of these wind flowers, which are my favorite. I think I kind of want to have some of these like poking over the edge, spilling out of it almost. All right, this is how it turned out. I think it's pretty cute, and it's going on the pantry, just right there. Okay, moment of truth, here we go. Can you sit for a second? There we go. Oh, I think it's cute. I like it. It might be a little bit too high. Maybe I should have done it a little bit lower. What do you think? Easy enough to remove the command strip and just move it down, but oh, so cute. Come see, buddy. What do you think? Do you like it? Touch it, gentle. Job being gentle. Yay! Yay! I think that'll be really fun too because we can like switch it up for the seasons. So in the fall I can do like autumn florals, and in Christmas I can do like poinsettias and holly and pine. That would be super fun, huh, bud? The next like DIY project I want to do is like a giant ruler measuring thing for Rowan. I'll show you in a minute, but I'm gonna wait until his nap to do that because I'm gonna be using my Cricut and I want to be able to concentrate. So I'll see you guys then. I think he goes down in like a half an hour. Okay, Rowan's down for his nap and I'm starting our second DIY of the day. I'm really excited about this one. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and basically what I'm making is a growth chart that looks like a giant ruler. And I want to say a big thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this portion of today's video. You guys know I'm obsessed with my Cricut. I use it all the time. So if I'm not explaining it well enough, I'll pop in a little video of the finished product here so you can see like what I'm talking about and what we're going to be making. If you want to follow along with this DIY at home, here are the supplies you're going to need. A piece of wood. I wanted my growth chart to measure up to 6 feet, so I got a piece of wood that was 2 inches by 6 inches by 6 feet, and I stained it with wood stain. It's called weathered oak if you want the same color. You're also going to need some Cricut permanent vinyl. I'm using white, your Cricut standard grip mat, some transfer tape, a ruler or tape measure, and of course your Cricut machine. I have the Cricut Maker. So the first thing I did was to design my project, and I did this in Adobe Illustrator because I have all kinds of like custom fonts that I like to use, but you can also do this in Cricut using their Design Space app. Design Space is basically like an all-in-one experience, so you can design your project there, or they even have pre-made templates if you don't want to do it yourself, and then it also helps you cut your project out, and it gives you instructions that are really easy to follow, which I appreciate because I definitely have the tendency to skip forward when I'm doing something and like just skim the instructions and then get it wrong. So it makes it really easy and guides me through doing it. So I just put grow and Rowan at the top, and then I measured out my 6 feet. I am going to have this 6 inches off the ground, so I started it at 6 inches and ended it at 6 feet so that I had a little bit of room at the top for the title. And once I had that all designed, I took the individual like pieces of the design and put them onto 2 12 by 12 squares. Again, Cricut Design Space can help you sort things into mats so you're not wasting your vinyl, but because this is a ruler and I didn't want to have to measure out 1 inch every time I put one of the little ticks strips there. I just wanted it to be in like 1 foot segments. Because the Cricut machine does take a little bit of bleed room, I actually ended up with like 11.5-inch segments to make sure that I had plenty of room on the top and bottom. So I separated all the different segments of the ruler as well as the numbers and the title into 2 separate 12 by 12 mats. And now I'm going to get some white vinyl loaded into my Cricut, and then we'll make the DIY. Upload. I'm just gonna upload my design that I created. Click simple, and I'm gonna insert this into my project. I'm gonna resize this, and I'm gonna click make it. And I'm checking to make sure all the inch markers line up, and they do. Now I'm selecting vinyl. Default pressure is fine, and then it's telling me to load my machine. So I'm gonna load it. Click this magical go button. That with the second one, and I've got all of my stuff cut out now, and what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut apart the different segments of the project. So I've got like each number I'll cut out individually, and I'm just cutting this out roughly because obviously Cricut already cut it, but this way I can weave them in like individual little pieces, which will make it way easier. All right, so those are all cut apart, and now I'm going to weave the pieces. Okay, so I've got all the pieces weeded, and I've set them like approximately where they're gonna go. Rowan's awake, he's just hanging out eating some puffs while I finish this up. And I've got my transfer tape here. So what I'm gonna do is take the backing off of this and then put the sticky part on top. Use my little scraper tool, this guy, to adhere the vinyl to the transfer tape, and then peel off the vinyl backing. And then I'll just be able to measure and put the transfer tape along the wood. I'm gonna start at the bottom and go all the way up to the top. Okay, so this is how the whole thing turned out. I am absolutely in love with it. It came out even better than I thought that it would. And basically I'll hang this like 6 inches above the ground so that all the heights are correct. I love that I was able to make it custom. And if you decide to make this project, you can do that too in Cricut Design Space. It's so easy to customize your projects. I can't decide where to hang it. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I could just hang it right here, but I feel like it might be a little bit busy since I put the flower basket up. Maybe in the playroom, but we have that molding on the bottom half, so I don't think it would hang really well. Let me know if you have any ideas. Huge thank you again to Cricut for sponsoring this video. I'll link Cricut down in the description in case you wanna shop any of their stuff. And if you do make this project, make sure you tag me on Instagram at Megan Issaquah so I can see it and repost some of you guys. Now it's time to make this little guy lunch. Rowan's having the sweet potato goat cheese chicken recipe that I shared in my last What My Baby Eats in a Day video. video. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll put a card up. Because we tried some new recipes and he really likes this one. He's also got a glass of milk and I have to grab him some water too. I thought while I sit here with him while he eats, I would give you guys a little weaning update because I did mention that we are weaning Rowan from breastfeeding. We've only cut one feed so far. We're taking it real slow and I'm pretty much planning on keeping the morning and night feeds for like the foreseeable future. So when we first started trying to give him milk, he did not want it at all. He would take a sip of it, taste it, and then just all out the mouth. So I looked it up, and one of the things that the internet told me to do was to give him like milky water, which sounds disgusting, but it worked. It's like 1/4 water and 3/4 milk. No. Opposite, 1/4 milk, 3/4 water, just to get them used to the flavor, and then you slowly up the ratio until they're drinking straight up milk. And he will drink straight up milk sometimes now, sometimes he won't. It's kind of like whatever luck you happen to have that meal. But we are trying to get him to drink 4 ounces of milk with lunch, whether that's mixed with water or not. Oh, I'm sorry, did you want to drink first? Drank it fine that time. Nice one. Nice one. I don't know if I've mentioned this already. I know I have on Instagram. But we are going to California in 2 weeks to see my family. The first time we've traveled really with him. It's gonna be interesting. We're flying down there. So I thought it would be nice to have at least one feed dropped. That way, if Matt and I want to go and do something that requires more than, 3 hours, he can stay with my parents if the first couple of days he gets used to them and he's comfortable. We'll see. We're really going to play it by ear. We're trying not to have too many expectations for the trip. But I miss California. I mean, I grew up there and it's like, it feels like home. So there's some stuff that I want to do that like isn't necessarily like great activities for him. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. But like I said, very few expectations for weaning and our trip. So I'm glad it's going well so far, even though it took him a little while. Uh-oh, yeah, you dropped it, huh? Mommy will pick it up. That was an accident. You didn't throw it, so we will pick it up. I'm thinking after lunch, I might take him outside. It's supposed to be really hot today. It's supposed to get up to 81, but it's only, what is it right now, 72? So I'll go out there and see if we feel like it's hot enough or not. But my mother-in-law bought Rowan a splash pad, and I thought that would be really fun to do with him. If it's not quite hot enough for that, then we'll just do regular water play. So that'll be fun. I'm trying to do more activities with him, like more sensory activities. I feel like it's so easy to get stuck in the same like wake window routine rut. So we're gonna try it. It will be fun, huh, buddy? Uh-oh. Here, can you tilt this way? If you tilt this way, you won't drop it. Rowan has been walking so much these last couple days. He went from being able to take like 10 steps to being able to take like 25 and like cross an entire room. And it's crazy. And he's been doing it the last couple minutes since I cleaned him up for lunch. So I'm going to try to see if I can catch it on camera. Where are you going? He's much more interested in doing this. You gonna be a wiggle butt? You're so cute. There you go. Okay, find your balance. Good job. Okay, here's the splash pad. We're gonna see if we can make it work outside. Having fun? Careful. Yeah, swimming. Matt's home from work and he brought Taco Bell.
Hungry. Haven't eaten today.
Yeah, me neither. Well, I had an English muffin this morning, but I kind of skipped lunch. This is like early dinner. I got a burrito supreme with chicken instead of beef, black beans instead of refried, and I added jalapeno sauce. A little bit complicated, but it's so good. 10 out of 10. Okay, I finished eating and I'm in the mood for like an afternoon pick-me-up. So I'm preheating the oven to throw in some like ready to bake cookie dough, and I'm gonna have an iced coffee even though it's a little bit late. Might regret this later. But I got suckered in to an Instagram ad for these. They're Vietnamese pour over coffee sets, and this one's lavender. And lavender lattes are like my favorite. So I don't want to get too excited because if it's disappointing, it's going to be really disappointing. And they like weren't inexpensive, but I'm cautiously hopeful. So we're gonna try it for the first time together. Okay, so I looked up their guide online of how to do this ice because I want to make iced coffee. And they said you just tear the, well, I can smell the lavender. The coffee smell is stronger, but I can smell the lavender. I'm gonna pop that there. I thought maybe I could make it through one day of vlogging, one vlog, without my battery dying on me in the middle of a clip. But you know I had to be on brand, so I just changed my battery and we're back. Okay, so still doing the pour over. Got hot water and it said to just let the grounds get wet and then leave that for 15 seconds. Okay, and then I have to fill the whole thing and let it drip twice. And then this is the creamer. I thought maybe the creamer would be flavored like lavender, but it's not. It's just sweetened condensed milk, which I don't normally put in my coffee. So we'll see. Hope it still has that like lavender flavor. While I wait for the ice to make that cold, look what I did to my overalls. I got it caught on the handle of a drawer and it just totally ripped it. That's really sad. I hope this is good. Moment of truth for Copper Cow Coffee. Okay. I taste the lavender more than I thought that I would, considering that it's just like the lavender flowers in the coffee and not in the creamer. I still want it to be stronger though. It kind of tastes like the amount of grapefruit you get in a grapefruit LaCroix. Like that's the amount of lavender in here. I think it might work if I just put more lavender flowers because I have like dried lavender in the bag before I steep it. It's kind of nice that the lavender is in the coffee though, because then if you don't want it super sweet, you don't have to have it super sweet, like because you're putting the lavender syrup in it. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. I'm definitely gonna drink them all, but it's not as good as getting a lavender latte from a cafe, you know? Mr. Rowan is awake and it's snack time. We're gonna have some teething crackers with some peanut butter, huh buddy? Oh, these teething crackers are very broken. This is slightly more challenging. You have some. It's a snack time for mommy. So I've just been hanging out with Rowan and playing with him on the floor. And also all over the rest of the house because we like exploring. Bye! But Matt's off of work now and we're actually gonna go to the hardware store before his dinner and bedtime because we need some supplies for a renovation we're doing this weekend. And I don't wanna bring you guys along because I don't wanna ruin the surprise of what we're doing. So look out for that video in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, the rest of our night after that's gonna be same old, same old. So I'm actually gonna end the vlog here, but thank you guys for watching. Thanks for spending the day with me and Roro. Yeah, okay. We love you guys a lot and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.